negative data, they are so divine, so divine. Yesterday I spoke with all the people how divine. I know one people. Nobody never speak untruth in front of your mother. When I want. So look at the sweetness of my angels now.
Thank you so much, Amma.
My mission is just bring happiness to everybody. No expectations from this world. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. Just I want to give my love to all my people. I love this world so much. Mother Earth is unhappy. The oil spilling is not the man-made disorder at all. It is mother unhappiness. We have to love our Mother Earth. The main aim of the human life is to attain truth. So there are some people already attained that. So they're enjoying the truth. They are like spectators in the world. They are not participating in any of these things. They're just like witnessing all these things.
How would we identify them? Do they have any judgments?
So they are detached, everything, not emotional.
No anger?
No anger, no trace of anger in their life. So that is salvation. Salvation means liberation.
No desires?
No desires. No desires.
What can you say that can be useful to people who are doubters, agnostics, or atheists?
This is also a beautiful question. The thing is, we have to open our hearts more. When we open our hearts, things will change. No need to go anywhere in the world. You feel God's presence within your heart. When once you feel God's presence within your heart, you are able to feel God's presence everywhere.
Welcome to Sojourns. This interview with Amma Sri Karunamayi was recorded in June of 2010 in Cleveland, Ohio. This is the second Sojourns interview with Amma. Amma Sri Karunamayi, thank you very much for coming to our city of Cleveland. Welcome to our city again.
Thank you so much.
You see, we have a sunny, warm day for you. We like very much it when you come to grace us with your presence. Why do you choose to come to Cleveland?
Total world is, according to the Sanatana Dharma, a beautiful one home. So I am in my beautiful home. From one room to other room, I am here in Cleveland.
And do you feel equally as home here as you do in your ashram in India?
Yes, absolutely.
And do you find people here, even though we're in a different culture, many people come from different religions?
It doesn't matter whatever the religion they may be, but everybody is praying, going towards Almighty only. So that's why there is no friction at all.
You said something the other night that was a very powerful comment about the pain in the world today. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I heard you say that there are women dying every several seconds because of hunger, because of starvation. What can we do? I know we're helpless to feed everyone who's dying, but what can we do for those souls who are leaving their bodies because of starvation?
Really, I'm very, very sorry about this. United States is a very wealthiest country, but when we see the database of people, a lot of people are suffering so much poverty in our country. 16 years onwards, I was traveling in United States. I spoke with thousands of people personally. I love them so much. Lot of people are in their afternoon lunches just only, not even a sandwich, just a small little bread, and they have no money to buy a coffee also. They told me. I was so sad to listen that pathetic stories directly from people, not from one, not from 100, thousands of stories, pathetic stories. very pathetic stories, including with the children, suffering so much, so much. When we see agriculture field, lot of women is supporting even the agriculture in our country, all over the world also. And coming to the women, every 3 seconds one woman is dying with starvation. It is very pathetic. We are very sorry for this. So how to bring all the people to this world to support them? All of us can work on this. This is our duty to support our children, our women, our family members. In my feeling, total world is one family. There is no second thought in my heart. It's one family. So all the continents are one rooms in this family. We have to love each other. We have to support each other. We have to honor everyone's faith also. So coming to the starvation and dying of the women, so you can see the database of the world hungry problems, and also how many people are suffering exclusively in United States, suffering with poverty, below poverty line. Millions of people are suffering. People never going to imagine that, but this is true. We have to work hard. We have to bring more harmony, wealth to our people. We need understanding and supporting our people for jobs and for education, and also supporting the women it is very essential right now.
Amma, there seems to be political solutions people can work for and spiritual solutions people can work for. In this latter category, which is more effective? To pray for those who are suffering, the women who are dying of starvation, the people living below poverty, or to send them love? There's a difference, and some people say, just send them love. What would you suggest we do?
My expectation is we have to mix both. We have to mix both. Let the political support and also spiritual support, moral support, and all the people also can support everybody. So it is not only the responsibility of the political, not only the responsibility of the spirituality, we have to blend both together, and with a lot of love and responsibility and duty, we have to support all these problems.
And I'd like to ask you a spiritual question about a problem that looks like it's a man-made problem, but I heard you say the other night that it's not a man-made problem. We're in America, June of 2010, everybody's aware of the Gulf oil spill. It's a catastrophe. And you surprised me the other night when you described it not as a man-made problem, but a problem with nature, Mother Nature. Could you talk about that from a spiritual point of view?
When we see the Gulf oil spills from the borewell, it is so sad, very sad. In our 21st century, the most bad disaster happened. Lot of people are speaking about this man-made disaster, but in my heart, it is not man-made disaster. Before also, they put lot of bore wells around the world for oil. They're doing all these years, all these times. But this time, unfortunately, it was happened like that. I think it is not man-made disaster at all. It is like a Mother Earth is so unhappy. Mother Earth is, we have to honor Mother Earth. We have to honor water. We have to honor all the trees, nature. When we see for each and every hour, we are using more than 2.5 millions of the plastic bottles just for 1 hour. Imagine for 24 hours how many bottles we are using. Imagine how much, calculate how much plastic bottles we are using for 1 year. Like this in all the continents and countries, these plastic bottles are never going to merge in Mother Earth. And sometimes we put all the the computers, we put it, dump in the oceans. So we are so mercilessly using our Mother Earth. Mother Earth is giving, 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 giving. All the sources we are using mercilessly like anything. Today, Mother Earth she is not able to give anything, she remains with empty hands. So we are digging the wells, like so many wells, like a lot of minings all over the world. We never fill the mines in a proper way. So this kind of things we are doing in the entire world. Mother Earth is so unhappy with our merciless heart. So that's why Mother Earth is unhappy. The oil spilling is not the man-made disorder at all. It is Mother unhappiness. We have to love our Mother Earth. Make Mother Earth happy. Give respect towards water, trees, animals, birds, women, children, men, everybody. Entire creation comes from God. When we honor this creation, God is happy, Mother Earth is happy. So we are part and parcel of this creation, everybody. So they have to honor each other. Now we lost the human touch, unfortunately. We miss our human touch. We need to cultivate again the affection between heart to heart, the golden link between heart to heart. We have to love each other. We have to honor each other. We have to live peacefully on this Mother Earth. We must not run all the way for money's sake. We have to run for human values and inner values sake. That is so beautiful for mankind. So that it doesn't matter what we believe, what religion, what faith we are going towards, but everybody is going towards Almighty only, to peace only. So that's why when we love each other, when we understand each other, harmony, love remains in the society. We will help each other. Then peace comes in the society. This kind of disasters are never going to happen. However, people are working on that. It is so hard for them. Technology is today, it is so great. But however they are working, they are not able to do that because of this is not the human disaster. It is unbelievable unhappiness in Mother's heart. We have to make Mother happy, to live in this world with harmoniously and with understanding hearts and helping each other. That is very essential for all the people in the world.
And it's my impression that there are still many people in this world today who think of Earth as an inanimate object. Sometimes they use a cliche and refer to this planet as Mother Earth. But you're recommending for all of us to believe in Mother Earth as a living being, aren't you?
Yes, there is life in the Panchabhutas. There is life in water, there is life in the air, there is life in the fire, there is life in Mother Earth. So that's why we called not just Earth, Mother Earth. It's just not Earth. She is giving so much to us, giving so much, all the food, all the grains, flowers, what all the things we are using, everything comes from Mother only, her lap only. So that's why we have to honor Mother like our own biological mother. Aham putrasya bhumi mataha. I am the son of Mother Earth. This is the feeling in the Rig Veda. I am the son of Mother Earth. So everybody is also the children of Mother Earth. So between children and children, they must not quarrel with each other. We have to live harmoniously, friendly, and helping each other, loving each other. We have to live in this world to bring more progress in the world. So that is important. So that's why when we are all the time quarreling with each other, Mother Earth is naturally unhappy, no?
We have Jody here and Mary Fran here, who both have some questions that they would like to ask, and one from Mary Fran has to do with what you had to say about the use of words, how we use them. And would you talk a little bit about what you mean when you suggested that we think 10 times before we speak using words, and that we think 100 times before writing using words? What do you mean?
Sometimes people are very rushed to speak something without thinking anything. When they listen something, which is sometimes is not also real, but they are speaking about that. So that's why we are missing so many good friends without thinking anything, speaking unusual words and discomfortable thinking, feelings, which is really not fair. Before talking, twice, thrice, 10 times, we have to think about that. So word is a great power in our word. There is a great power in the word. Sometimes people, when listen some very negative words, I heard people commit suicides also. A comfortable word give us inspiration, give life to people. So that's why we have to think before speaking anything twice, thrice, 10 times. Before writing anything, if you write good things, very nice. Writing negative things 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, we have to think about that. That is so beautiful.
Pete, when I asked you that question, you laughed. You had a little chuckle. What makes you laugh? You have such a beautiful way of expressing your whimsical, humorous look at life. What makes you laugh?
So people, without thinking, we are talking. So that's why you are asking me the question.
You know, many spiritual teachers have described the state of equanimity. Tell me if I have it right from your perspective, that we, walking the earth, can choose to live at the level of pain and suffering. Sometimes we're fortunate enough to live at the level of happiness and joy and peace. But those who evolve spiritually at the highest level live at the level of equanimity above both pain, joy, and peace. Do I have that right? Is that the level of spiritual progress we're aiming to achieve, this level of spiritual equanimity?
Yes, your question is a beautiful question. When people are meditating and then they are gradually growing different levels, and then they achieve some highest consciousness level, they feel eternal happiness, boundless happiness. They don't like to come from that state to down towards the human level, human thoughts. But my mission is different. I feel everybody is in myself. I am in all living beings. That is my feeling. That's my experience. I am in all is in me. So that's why I love this world so much. If anybody is suffering, I feel that suffering. If anybody is cutting the trees, I feel it is cutting like my own fingers and my hands. I feel that pain in my body. If anybody is hurting any women, I feel that is the pain, my pain. If anybody feel happy, I feel that's my happiness. So that's why my mission is just bring happiness to everybody. No expectations from this world. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. Just I want to give my love to all my people. I love this world so much.
There's much discussion in groups of people who are on a spiritual path. Some people talk about what their books teach them, and their teachers explain to them that we're living in a dream world. This is an illusion. This is Maya. And it's a very difficult concept for anybody to understand in the West. Do I have it correct that we're living in the illusion that we are not God and that we are being called to identify that God is in us, that our true identity is God, and that our one chore is to awaken from that dream? It's so difficult for people to understand. How would you describe this concept?
This is also a very nice question, good question, interesting question. In the spirituality, there are innumerable levels of maturity. So, if you have a small baby bird, you can't expect beautiful fragrance and so many petals in that. It is a baby bud. If the bud become little bit mature, then it look another different way, different angle. When it's totally matured, the flower is blossoming in such a way. So that's why spirituality, there are innumerable levels. It depends upon the maturity of our inner self. If you are matured, some children are from the beginning of their life, they are very mature. They are understanding what is going around them. They are seeing everything, witnessing everything, and then they are not much attached with all the paltry things in the external life. They are more attached with the inner self because everything is inside only. He who have that insight, he will experience that highest level of truth. So that's why this insight never comes to all people. That's why these confusions, questions, is Maya, some people mention this is true. It depends upon the maturity. When we got maturity, we live in this world, we never say everything is God only. Everything is God.
We never say that.
Everything is God only. That is the feeling comes in life. That is experience comes in the life. There is no duality at all. There is no Maya, there is nothing. Everything is God's Leela only. So you love this world so much, you enjoy this world so much, you want to do something for this world. So you never say this is nothing, this is empty. Yes, there is a little bit emptiness externally. But when you touch the inner world, the external world is also so beautiful. So beautiful. God is all pervading. Trees are God, plants are God, grass blade is God, pebbles are God, all the atoms are God, planets are God, Panchabhuta, sky, Mother Earth, everything is only consciousness. Only consciousness. We have to grow towards that level. That is important. Then there is no friction, there is no questions, but they need meditation more.
And you talked about this several times, Amma, referring to it as levels of spiritual growth. Are these all attainable in this lifetime, in one lifetime?
Yes, exactly. This will attainable in this lifetime, but they need little bit intense love towards God.
And there seems to be very, very, very few people that we're aware of who reach the ultimate level of enlightenment, of realization or moksha. Is that a goal people can realistically strive for this lifetime?
Yes, the main aim of the human life is to attain truth. So there are some people already attained that. So they're enjoying the truth. They are like spectators in the world. They are not participating in any of these things. They're just like witnessing all these things.
How would we identify them? Do they have any judgments?
So they are detached everything, not emotional.
No anger?
No anger, no trace of anger in their life. So that is salvation. Salvation means liberation.
No desires?
No desires. No desires.
How do they take care of themselves in this lifetime?
It is automatically, naturally, like how you are breathing yourself, no? Naturally it is functioning. We are not put our any attention on I'm breathing or not, no attention on that. Similarly, taking care of body is natural. It's a part of life, like breathing. But mainly attention is on absolute happiness, boundless happiness, truth.
I know one of the means to attain this level, you talk about it every time you're here, that I've seen you talk in your multiple sessions, is the need to practice meditation. And yet, as you know so very well, for the Western mind, that seems practically impossible. How can people realistically achieve progress in meditating?
I'm traveling 16 years onwards all over the world. You spoke about Western mind, Eastern mind, no? I never feel the difference. A lot of Western children are very sweet, sages, beautiful souls, very beautiful souls. They're seeking really for truth. They're meditating so much. They have a lot of intense love towards God. They're very transcendent people, very beautiful people. So that's why it doesn't matter wherever we born, wherever we are, in any country, any continent. The thing is how we are leading our life. What is the destination? What is the purpose of life? A lot of people got that question. They got the answer in their life. They're traveling already in that spiritual path. We are seeing that so many souls like that, son.
Jody has a couple of questions. You are expecting a golden age of peace and joy soon. Are you expecting this to happen in the near future that we often hear and read about? Is the end of the Kali Yuga soon to be upon us?
Are you speaking about the calendar is going to end in the 2012?
No, I don't think I'm talking about that, but
Not
comment on that as well, because
Okay.
a lot of people do wonder about that.
Okay. It is the end for ignorance, starting for knowledge.
Say that again?
It is the end for ignorance, starting of the supreme knowledge.
Very good. So we have to be asking ignorant questions before we can get to the true understanding.
When we are meditating in silence, all the questions are subside inside. You are growing step and stepping one by one all the steps of spirituality. All questions you will get response from yourself only. Any meditator also, in any faith also.
In any faith.
Any faith also. In any faith
You
people
needn't change your religion.
no need to
You
change the
needn't
religion.
come to your ashram in India.
No need to come to my ashram. No need to come to see me. Because you feel God is all pervasiveness everywhere. When you are a true disciple, if you believe really God, you feel this creation comes from God. When we see the Mount Kailas, it is not human creation. When you see Manasarovar, it is not human creation. When you see the beautiful snow mountains, it is not any human creation. All this creation comes from God. All the living beings comes from God. All the beautiful trees, beautiful birds kingdom, animal kingdom, entire universe is the creation of God only. So that's why when you really believe that, you're able to love God's creation, able to honor God's creation. No need to go anywhere in the world. You feel God's presence within your heart. When once you feel God's presence within your heart, you are able to feel God's presence everywhere. Everything.
So beautifully expressed. It leads directly to the second question that Jody asked, and I ask it too. Amma, how can we know if we are progressing spiritually as we are meant to? And she said sometimes she knows she's on the correct spiritual path, and other times she feels like she's not even close to it. And that's a common feeling for people. So how do we know if we're progressing spiritually in the right way?
Very beautiful question. So many circumstances around everybody. In the circumstances when we are leading some very selfish way, any activities, then we are not progressing in our spiritual path. When we are in circumstances, in good circumstances, any hard circumstances, very selfless and very kind and very compassionate, noble and very sincere, inside, outside, before, behind the curtain, all the time we are very sincere, with inner beauty, selflessness. Whenever we get more selflessness, you are progressing in your spiritual path. Whenever we are selfish, we are going to downwards. So ups and downs, ups and downs. So that's why selflessness is the greatest attribute, going closer and closer to the supreme truth, self. So that is the progress. We can easily know about ourselves, how it is like seeing yourself in the mirror. So you are seeing yourself in your heart. If we are very selfish, we have not much progress. Whenever we are selfless, progress comes in the life. Egolessness. Selflessness is giving us egolessness. Let our ego must be die in meditation. That's the beautiful.
That's beautiful. Two more questions. And the second to the last question has to do with people who want to believe many times, but they're doubters, they're skeptics. Maybe they're agnostics, they're not convinced that God, and sometimes they're even atheists. They will look at some of these stories, such as yours, and they will wonder out loud if maybe you know something that they don't know. What can you say that can be useful to people who are doubters, agnostics, or atheists?
This is also a beautiful question. The thing is, we have to open our hearts more. When we open our hearts, things will change in a different angle. When we see in our limited vision, things seems to be suspected, and we never get the truth. We have to open our heart to see anything also. Then only truth visible in a very gloriful way.
And the final question, Amma, is, does everybody get there? Does everybody achieve their moksha, their divine oneness with the only one spiritual being, God? In the end, even people who lead a life that they would admit is a negative life or a harmful life, do they get there too?
God is so kind and so gracious, all encompassing, so incomprehensible. God's never love keep the record of wrong. It will take time for them, for their maturity. When they get proper maturity, they will get liberation. Everyone's destination is only the Almighty Supreme Truth.
Everyone's only destination.
Everybody is going to get that one day. If it will take time, it will take time. They need some time to open their hearts. So some people open their hearts from the beginning of their life, and some people it will take time. They are not ready right now. When they're ready, they will come.
And your parting words for the people of Cleveland, the people of America, as you move on to your next city, your parting blessing or words for us, please.
I love mankind so much because the total universe is nothing but the existence of divine only. So that's why I love. There are of course some mistakes, wrong things also in our world. I love the mankind, including with the mistakes and all the things. I have so much honor, love, unbelievable love towards the people. So that's why my love to all the people, just only the love, without any expectations, just I love you so much. So I want to see all of you, the total society, with the great inner wisdom and inner beauty people in the society. Then society will become very strengthened. If all the people are all the time unhappy, discontentment, dissatisfaction, deceiving each other and speaking untruth, not fair, this kind of things are in the society still, it is going to be weak society. I want to see the human society with a strengthy society with all the attributes. So that's why it doesn't matter. I already told you what we believe, but everybody believe only the oneness, supreme truth, Almighty. Let you can proceed in your faith, attain truth, experience eternal happiness, immortality in this lifetime, and share your love with all the world. That is my wish from all the people in the world. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amma Sri Karunamayi, thank you so much. We love you very, very much, and please come back to Cleveland soon.
Thank you so much. Cleveland is so beautiful. Here, when we did last year program and this year program also, all the Cleveland people are very open hearts. We never see this kind of beauty anywhere. Very special people, very special souls. I love Cleveland so much. So much feeling comes in my heart. In future, I want to come again and again to see all of my Cleveland babies. I love you so much, babies.
Thank you.